Hello everyone, this is Bob and Threadbare, and welcome back to Brütal Legend. Now, earlier someone asked me to show you what the heat seekers can really do in one of these turret defense missions. And admittedly, it is actually fairly helpful, considering I don't need to line up the crosshairs exactly in order to hit anything. But at the same time, the heat seekers do have a mind of their own,
Can't you see them?
which can be just as often a hindrance as a help. Like, they do have that splash damage. They won't always aim for the best spot right in between them all. Like, I have no idea where they're aiming just now, going after that organist. By the way, I like that little ghost effect that shows that they're affecting your weapons.
This land is clean.
In any case, after doing a whole bunch of side questing, I've gotten equipped with a few new weapons here. I've got the eyeball back, and the blood, and a new axe.
Hey, you guys want to join us for the last road trip?
Totally. You mean inside the bus, right?
Hey, you guys want to join us for the last road trip?
Yeah, see, we already packed up the bikes, man, and Mangus has this whole system.
Hey, have you ever heard of Ragnarok?
Ragnarok. That's who you remind me of. Man, that's been bugging me this whole time.
Hey, have you ever heard of Ragnarok?
Ragnarok. That's who you remind me of. Man, that's been bugging me
Hey,
this
guess
whole
what? We're
time.
going on another trip.
Whoa! Wait, where? It's somewhere bad, isn't it?
Hey, guess what? We're going on another trip.
Cool!
Man, can you guys believe what's happened to Ophelia?
The real Ophelia is at the bottom of the sea.
Man, can you guys believe what's happened to Ophelia?
That's not Ophelia.
Man, can you guys believe what's happened to Ophelia?
That's just something that looks like Ophelia.
Time for one last road trip.
What do you mean, last?
Time for one last road trip.
There's going to be a return trip, right?
Watch your
Time
breath.
for one last road trip.
Are you saying we're gonna die?
Time for one last road trip.
No, I'm not ready to die.
What's the situation, Eddie?
Ready to take the battle to Ophelia?
I've been ready to do that for years.
Ready to take the battle to Ophelia?
I've been ready to do that for
Can you believe
years.
she tried to build her own stage?
Yeah! What was it made of? Wet driftwood?
Can you believe she tried to build her own stage?
Decent sound system, though.
Can you believe she tried to build her own stage?
When it was burning, it stank like a crematorium.
Hey, Remo, what you thinking about?
I think you'd make a suitable mate if you weren't still in love with the drowned woman.
Oh, hey, I'm not, she and I gotta go think about stuff. So what do you guys think of Ophelia? You think she's still hung up on me? You know, we didn't even have that big of a fight. She totally blew it all out of proportion. Went and built this whole army. You guys look like sensible girls, am I right? You'd never build a whole army just to ruin a guy's life, right? Or don't you guys date?
When it is time for mating, the men are gathered and must survive a series of challenges and then endure a sacred ritual of
Tell him nothing!
Damn! Suddenly they have voices.
Ready to get out of this fog?
Totally. It's clinging to my mustache.
Ready to get out of this fog?
Is someone talking to me? I hear a voice, but I can't see anything.
You nervous about going to the Sea of Black Tears?
It's not that bad a place, really. Just don't drink the water.
You nervous about going to the Sea of Black Tears?
It's not that bad a place, really. Just don't drink the water.
Man, nobody's got a good second line anymore.
All right, caravan time. You ready to die?
Jeez, man, I'm freaked out enough already. You have to talk like that?
Sorry, just trying to get you in the mood. For death. Which is waiting for us down the road. Let's hit it!
Oh, man.
I'm ready, Mangus.
To die?
Well done. Alright, now Opes is gonna be expecting us, so you guys up front keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, and here they all are already.
I'm gonna stay back here and keep the ghoulies off your bumper, Mangus. But whatever you do, don't stop! Gotcha.
So one nice thing I've learned about this tier, or black eye, or whatever the hell it's called, is that it does a lot of persistent damage once it's hit something. So you only need one shot to actually take down one of the Reapers in this. Pretty sure the Reapers have a lot less health than they usually do. In the stage battles, I mean. The one plus side about this particular caravan is that they don't attack from the front. So you've only got to watch the back this time. That said, there's always someone in the back. Plus, it's actually also quite the drive.
Got him!
Quite the drive to reach the Sea of Black Tears from the dry ice mines.
Eddie, I don't like that. Careful there! Nice!
You know, you'd think the tear drinkers would be resistant to the Sea of Black Tears goop.
Help! Got him!
No. Turns out they're pretty damn vulnerable, actually.
You're the one who's gonna have to fix that! Nice!
By the way, you may have seen the health glow surrounding those Reapers just now. I believe that's coming from the dirigible, which you saw hanging in the air just a little while ago. It's still around here somewhere.
What are you jerks doing to me? Got him!
Oh, there it is.
No! Not again! Yeah!
I don't know, it could be another unit. I didn't take a really good look at the Drowning Doom units when I played an empty multiplayer session just to see them all. Oh, but we're already in the approach down here. It's faster than I thought it was. But then again, I suppose it seemed like it took a long time when I had to fight off that many dudes all at once. Oh, and then there's this. Yeah, this.
I was like you once. Hoping with that stupid.
Great big fight right at the very end. You got all these units on your own side, that's good. But then you've got all these units on their side. Fortunately, I've also got the Eye of Tears, or whatever the hell it's called. And I've killed the Organist. And I didn't mean to press Y. There we go. That wasn't so hard. Then they do have less health than they normally do. Pretty sure about that.
In the future, this is referred to as getting served.
You think you're the only time traveler this world has known? The demons beat you to it long ago. They sent their own emperor into the future to take back the lost secrets of the Titans.
Probably just did that to escape getting whacked by my dad.
Oh no. I heard he went along for the ride.
Don't run! I know where you live!
I know. I'll be waiting for you in the deep end.
Now that right there is information that was presented in the last big Legends that I showed a couple videos ago. But since this information you probably could have surmised, what with, you know, Jack Black being from the future and all, I decided to show it off, I guess a little early, all things considered. Oh. And nothing new in terms of the side quests, so instead...
Keep the old... These strings come with a free paint job. Not sure that thing's properly grounded. I wouldn't play that in the rain if I were you.
Yeah, last upgrade.
It's like soloing with a whole backup band. These strings come...
Okay, see you later, Guardian of Metal.
Knock 'em dead.
So now I have every single upgrade that the Motor Forge can provide for me. Not much left to do now, in fact. And what's left is down there. Down in the sea. Let's just get past this giant melee.
Through the woods, a girl came sadly. Something broken in her chest. She had dared to love another. Alas, no better than the rest. Up my path, the girl came gladly. Something opened up my doors. I longed to stop her bleeding heart, and so I called her to my shores. Those you trust will hurt you badly. Something now I'm sure you see. So drown your tears in me, my dear. As you drown, my dear, in me.
Interesting perspective on that poem. Here we have it. The very last buried metal. Candlemas. Of course it is. In fact, let's have a listen to that. Which is... There we are. Candlemas, by the way, is the first and last word of doom metal. So it's pretty appropriate we find them here. And I think we'll just listen to some of this song as I tool around looking for that last dragon statue. See if it's in this part of the area. And plus we'll get to see some of the scenery as I go around. Tells me I shouldn't get too close to those two towers. Haven't found the statue. Maybe I just haven't looked hard enough, or it could be on the other side of that bridge. Could be right there on the left and I didn't see it. Oh well, let's tool around a bit, listen to more of the song, and then get started on this thing.
Gonna be a lot of wounded today, I think.
Maybe we should just seal the door back up and leave, huh?
Gonna be a lot of wounded today, I think.
Not a problem. I just restrained.
Well, Killmaster, this is it.
It ain't over till it's over, Eddie.
Well, Killmaster, this is it.
It ain't over till it's over, Eddie.
What are you guys doing after the battle?
Never make post-battle plans, man. Bad luck.
What are you guys doing after the battle?
You think we're gonna live through this?
So, full disclosure, Ophelia and I have a little history.
Don't worry about it. I never told you that Reamer and I used to shack up.
Really?
Of course not. I think she lives in a pile of leaves or something.
So, full disclosure, Ophelia and I have a little history. We've come a long way, dudes.
I know! And these pants have lasted me this whole time.
We've come a long way, dudes.
If I live through this, I'm gonna build me a little hut in Blade Henge and settle down.
We've come a long way, dudes.
Even if I die today, at least I didn't die in those mines.
We've come a long way, dudes.
And now it's time that we finish it.
Dude, see, we didn't die.
Not yet.
Aren't you excited? The Sea of Black Tears, man.
I felt safer in the bus.
Dude, see, we didn't die.
Not yet.
Think you guys can take down that cathedral?
It looks like it's about to come down by itself.
Think you guys can take down that cathedral?
Yeah, as long as you can get us close to it.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Hope this place isn't freaking you guys out too bad.
I like all the candles.
Hope this place isn't freaking you guys out too bad.
I don't think this place is that bad.
So why does this place only lure humans?
Human hearts. They get sadder than those of the demons. The demons can fight it.
So why does this place only lure humans?
Human hearts. They get sadder than those
Almost
of the
time to
demons.
see Ophelia
the
one
demons
last time.
can fight
Don't
it.
call that thing Ophelia.
Almost time to see Ophelia one last time.
It's not her, Eddie. No human can ever emerge from the Sea of Black Tears.
Almost time to see Ophelia one last time.
Dive into that water if you really want to see Ophelia.
Almost time to see Ophelia one last time.
Don't you know how the sea works?
Okay, you guys, last chance to talk to me. We could all be dead in a little while. Either way, it's over after this.
You need a drink. Ha!
Don't feel bad if I die and you didn't talk to me.
Wait, do you guys even speak my language?
Okay, you guys, last chance to talk to me.
And what do the Razor Girls know that we don't?
You're doing so well, baby.
So there it is. The Sea of Black Tears.
Huh. It's really more of a lake of black tears, isn't it?
If what she said is true, if Ragnarok went forward in time with the Emperor...
Then so what? Obviously that was part of my old man's plan, because in the future there aren't too many demonic Emperor overlords walking around. Except at record companies.
I just don't think it's a good idea anymore for you to fight Ophelia. Are you sure you want to go through with it?
Definitely. Hey, let's get set up for one last show.
Yeah, one last show. What if Lars could see us now, eh, Eddie? He wouldn't be surprised, really. He always said you'd lead us to a better life. You've done so much for us. Never gotten much credit, or even time to rest. And you know, we've never had much time to get to know each other, not really. Have you ever wondered, Eddie, what if... Nah, don't sweat it. I'll take care of this one.
Let me take you far away. You'd like a holiday. Longing for the sun.
Oh, that was weird. Also,
Eddie, We can't get to Ophelia's base.
Fourth attempt.
Black tears keep washing out the bridge with everyone on it.
Looks like it's time for the heavy equipment.
I'm not gonna candy coat this. This is one hell of a tough battle. Admittedly, this first part is not very tough at all. So you're not going to believe me until another 7 minutes or so from here. But as for right now, this is my standard opener. Build a full crew with the starting fans. And use Call of the Wild to
Light marks the spot. Go!
open up a fan geyser nice and early. That said, looks like my starting troops are finished. Ready to go.
Your new home. Kill all trespassers. Get moving!
So let's send them off into action. So this first area on this side of the bridge is actually pretty nice. At least from the perspective of Ironhead here. You've got 4 nice geysers to choose from, along with the one it gives you for free. Yeah, because it's not actually that useful, comparatively.
You like that? There's more where that came from. Light marks the spot. Go! Your attention, please!
Trying to get him off to the other guy, but I forgot I need to go, you know, set the waypoint before I do that.
Okay, everybody listen up! You were gonna get to that light.
Okay, now we're doing something useful. Right. Once you get these geysers, number 1 priority is going to be upgrade your stage to level 4. It goes up to 4 now, and that's important.
The light's shining. Find it!
Now the fan geysers are mine to use. I shall use them.
Alright, let's get these fans in merchandise!
No, not yet. Oh, there it goes. Alright. This side of the bridge is now officially mine. However, it is definitely against your best interests to cross the bridge at this point. Instead, you should do your best to defend your side of the bridge, kill all trespassers, and maybe go after this group that's right on top of the bridge while you're waiting for your fans to build up. They aren't that bad to deal with. I mean, assuming you keep your distance, particularly from those Reapers, you can do a lot of damage just with the Deuce. Of course, it takes an extremely long time to do a lot of damage in the Deuce. So I hope you don't mind that we just skipped all that. Also, goddamn these rat guts. They take forever to kill. Jesus. Also in the process, I think all of my units died. So after that next wave got dealt with...
Dude! Over here!
Well, now it's time to build the ultimate unit. This is the only thing you build with a level 4 stage.
Find the beacon and get yourselves there!
And by God, it is worth it. Say hello, everyone, to the Rock Crusher. The second stage that Eddie was alluding to earlier. It does a whole bunch of things. Number 1, so long as you are in a certain area around it, it gives off effectively a free war cry to everyone nearby. That's why his weapon glows every now and then. Second, it crushes basically every infantry unit that dares stand before it with the rock crusher. Third thing, it's got mortars. Heat-seeking mortars that fire in all directions. That's its primary defense, although it's really meant more as a base, second base than, anything else. Anyway, I've built up some units to go with my new rock crusher, so now I'm gonna send it forward to do the double team and get rid of those towers. Can't stay too close, but those scratches on the surface there help show off how far you can go. That's the double team. Of course, it's got a really long cooldown time. But here's one nice thing about it. Once enemy units are trapped within the Stonehenge, they cannot get out until it is finished firing. Of course, I think some of my units just died. Especially because they're running forward into the lightning. Oh my god, people, come on. You know how stupid you're acting right now. Get back here, I didn't tell you to go there yet. Ah, god, they're all dying. Alright, this is gonna take me some time to get my units back up to a 40 load.
Those guys can really rip down a building in a hurry.
Come on. On the other hand, everything's upgraded, and I've got plenty of fans to spare, which, by the way, is another important thing to do before you destroy both of the lightning towers. Now, one thing I will grant you about this game is that you can see the trouble that's going to come once I get too close and destroy that second lightning tower. By the way, you may be wondering now why I am backing onto the bridge. Well, the thing is that the rock crusher is far from fast, but it is also much faster going forwards than it is going backwards. And we are going to need to retreat as soon as I destroy this tower. You can see my doom in the back there. No less than 3 organists, a dirigible, and something else. Now I'm going to try and destroy everything with the rock crusher, but I also need for my units to try and, sneak past the group and hopefully deal some damage to the enemy stage while I fend off the enemy rush against me. As it is, they're doing a decent job of distracting the enemy. Oh, and they've reached the stage. Helpful. If for nothing else, it gives the rock crusher time to recharge its blade henge assault. And now, say goodbye to the organists. I hope. That's pretty effective anyway. Oh dear, there go all my units. Now they're coming after me. You see, the big thing is that while I have access to my ultimate unit now, so does the Drowning Doom. They call him Treeback. You remember how I died to a tree root killing me when I attempted to go into the sea early?
Eddie, I don't like the looks of that tree. one thing, it's moving, and it's got crows in it. The whole flock.
It's called a murder. So it is, Eddie. So it is.
Get moving!
The important thing here is that tree is going to march all across this side of the bridge. If I let it. And what I need is the only thing that can stop it with any sort of reasonable percentage of success. As it is, my unit rush is doing a pretty useful job in distracting it back to their side of the field. And it is important to defend my side.
Got there, new handbag looks heavy. Move it! Let's see special out there!
I think we should break up the army.
Because if the enemy rush, if the tree back gets onto my side of the field, then it's pretty much over. If I am unable to build enough units to defend myself, if I do not have access to all of these fan geysers to help build up my army of roadies, then it's say goodnight, Gracie. However, my Rock Crusher is back. So despite the fact that Ophelia has stopped my unit production for the time being, and appears to be crushing what little of my army has gotten that far, things are not actually looking very good for them. As of right, count it down. Come on, just a little bit further. Kill zone. Right now, they're doomed. Yes. There goes the tree back. Oh, there's still a Reaper and one of those lightning rods to contend with, but come on. They die in just one of these things. Yes, that's nice. A rat gut and whoever the hell that is. The Ophelia herself. Yeah, I think that's Ophelia herself. But not for long.
That was awesome. Get moving!
Another Reaper. Well, I could deal with this using alternate means. Slightly faster means. But then, of course, so can the Rock Crusher. I've got other things I can be doing. Like ruining any chance that the Drowning Doom have of pulling a victory out of this ass. I say we bring it on home. And what do you know, because we have the Rock Crusher here, even our good friends the Roadies are dealing extra damage. And I bring it on home and killed that Reaper dead.
I'm gonna finish my father's mission and kill the Emperor. Don't make me kill you too.
Are you forgetting that the Emperor and your father were traveling companions?
Yeah, the Emperor and my dad went to the future. But then the Emperor came back here, ironically, just to be killed by me.
The Emperor never came back.
What? I've seen him. You were with me when we saw Emperor Diviculus, remember?
What? You think Diviculus... You think he was the Emperor back then? Oh, poor boy.
Okay. Well, seems we still have at least one more thing to do here. So I guess I'll see you next time. The cathedral itself. No more side missions. No more anything. Just me and that cathedral. Oh yeah, and this dragon statue. There we go. 30% fly speed bonus. Whatever good that does me. Anyway, this time on bands you probably haven't heard of unless you live in Europe maybe, let's take a look at Avantasia. For real, this time. Let me start with a question. You remember Arion? Did you maybe like the idea of a metal opera but thought Arjen Lucassen was too proggy for you? Well, have I got good news for you. Avantasia is another metal opera project, this one helmed by German artist Tobias Sammet, also known for being the vocalist of the band Ed Guy. In 1999, Sammet got the idea of doing a metal opera while on tour with Ed Guy. When that tour finished, he gathered a number of musicians and vocalists and put out exactly that, The Metal Opera, Part 1, in 2001. While none of Avantasia's albums have been double-length like Arion's, the stories don't fit on one CD either, and so the metal opera was completed with Part 2 in 2002. Let's start out with a quick sample from The Seven Angels, the first track of the second album. Much like Arion, Avantasia also features a number of guest singers, but also more guest musicians, as Sammet composes all the music, but generally only plays keyboards and bass guitar. Some notable guests include Tim Owens from Judas Priest, Michael Kiske and Kai Hansen, both former Halloween singers, Timo Tolkki from Stratovarius, Klaus Meine from the Scorpions, Russell Allen from Symphony X, again, and my personal favorite singer who had nothing better to do in 2008, Jorn Lamb. Oh, and Alice fucking Cooper! The plot of the metal opera is pretty involved, but the quick version is that Gabriel Lehmann, voiced by Sammet himself, needs to rescue his sister from the Catholic Inquisition in 1602. In the process, he stumbles into another world full of dwarves and elves, the titular Avantasia, as well as Pope Clement VIII's plans to steal an artifact and doom the other world. Lots of people die as the plot moves on, but in the end, Gabriel is reunited with his sister, and they both escape into the unknown future. By contrast, the plot of the second opera and third album, The Scarecrow, is much less specific. In essence, the Scarecrow, once again voiced by Sammet himself, sells his soul to Jorn Lamb for money and fame to get the attentions of a woman who doesn't even know he exists, mostly because he could never reach out to her. Ultimately, he fails, and the two albums after that, The Wicked Symphony and Angel of Babylon, describe the Scarecrow's attempts to assuage the pain with drugs and prostitutes, eventually falling to nothing. Here's a bit from the title track of the first album. After a long break and 2 live tours, you heard me, Sammet released The Mystery of Time earlier this year and began another tour. This new album starts another plotline, this one about Aaron Blackwell, a scientist in 19th century Britain who is given a strange clock which shows him visions of other times and dimensions, and then brought into a machine-worshipping cult. Word is that 2004's Waken Festival will be the last appearance of Avantasia for some time to come, but the final sentence in the Mystery of Time's booklet is End of Chapter 1, so I don't think we've seen the end of the project just yet. Here's a bit from Spectres, the big opener for the album.
Make haste as the wind's getting colder, chasing the dreamer
By the way, if you were wondering if Lucasen and Sammet know about each other, the answer is yeah. Heck, they released 01011001 and The Scarecrow on the very same day in 2008. And so when the media brought this fact up, they raised this big public stink about hating each other's guts. Supposedly Lucasen hated Sammet for getting Alice Cooper, while Sammet hated Lucasen for getting Bruce Dickinson. They then cashed in on this publicity with the EP Elected, which features a cover of Alice Cooper's Elected performed by both artists. And remember, so long as we've got crazy assholes like these running around, metal will never die.